Maybe not.
See? There we go. Welcome to everybody's favorite day of the week. It's Tuesday. Oh shit, says Edric. It is Tuesday. It's also 5 o'clock somewhere. It is also 6 o'clock somewhere. And yeah, we're just happy to be here. Happy to be with you guys, and happy to be hitting that air horn button every Tuesday. How do we look? How do we sound? And Jason, I don't know what clock you're using here, but this thing started rolling at about 4. Yeah. And for those of you who are asking, yeah, Kyle was not late. Kyle is right on time.
Yep.
So we're good.
I haven't been late since that. Well, with you, I've been late when I'm doing the solo show.
Oh, when you were the show. So after the solo show, that was the last time.
No, but before that, even I think since the last time when we made that bet, I said I'll give you $1 every time I'm late. No. You were late a ton of times after that. No. Yes. No.
Yes. And then something happened. We're gonna have to go back and check.
Yeah.
Can someone else check it for us? So anyway, we're also live here on the Dynasty Instagram. Wanted to let you guys in on a little bit. I wanted to show everybody. We just had our Dynasty Champions Club meeting Intel session. So we have an Intel session once a month, and it goes for about an hour. And we get a bunch of the Dynasty guys on here. It is we talk about different stuff than we talk about on the Spick Span Show. Obviously, we have no clue what the hell we're doing here. But
we are glitching a little bit.
We are glitching a little bit. The CPU is just ripping right now. For whatever reason.
Wait, did we move the Wi-Fi thing outside over there?
No, I didn't.
Ooh, should I go do that?
No, because we have a Wi-Fi hub right here too. So I don't know what it is or why it does this, but yeah, we're just some days it just doesn't like to work. But everybody who's on the Dynasty Instagram, come on over here and jump over to our YouTube channel. I swear it's going to be a fun time. And we've got Tom Cole joining us today. And there it is. Okay, here for the journey. Richard, no, we are not going to see that. Come on, baby. Hold together.
What's happening?
Nothing. So we're dropping here. Something happened. We're good. We're doing all right now. We're doing okay. I'm going to close these 2 wheels just for now. Save CPU space. 35%. Okay, so jump over to the YouTube channel, and we're going to get going over here. All right, so every week we do every month. Every week we do a live show on Tuesdays. Every month we do a Dynasty Intel session just exclusively for the Champs Club members. We also give the Champs Club exclusive gifts and cool access to drops from Hormesis, from Field 1, from Project Paintball, from Dynasty, all the cool stuff. So the Dynasty Champions Club gift this month, just as a little teaser, was a custom signature. Yeah, you're gonna get one too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. We all get them. Yeah, we all get them. Things like this in the previous months been a Dynasty Hormesis headband, Dynasty pack, Dynasty pants, mainly Dynasty branded stuff. You know, you guys saw the Dynasty William Painter collab. These sunglasses, which are pretty sick.
And you can sometimes catch Blake falling asleep in real time.
Yeah, that happens during the Intel session also.
It's hard to see unless you're part of the team.
These are actually available still on the Dynasty new JT loaders. I don't know if that's a secret yet, but I will. I'm not sure who's watching or who I can tell, but we're going to keep that one a secret for right now. There might be a JT loader coming. I'm not totally sure. There may be a picture one on the Dynasty Instagram. Not totally sure. Don't leave this show, though, to go over to the Instagram. No.
We got some got some more info on Latin Saints.
That's right.
Yeah.
We can drop
that. I
think
there was another one, too.
And actually, we got Tom Cole. Let's get Tom Cole on the horn, because I did say it. We were going to call him at 4. It's 4:05. We're going to bring some juice. And it's everybody's favorite season is coming up, which is Juicy Season.
Yeah.
Allegedly season? What do we call it? Juicy News Season? Anyway.
Moist?
The moist. It's going to be a moist winter.
Moist
it's going to be a moist winter. Moist winter here we got coming up here. We've got the picks. The picks are in from the last show. If you haven't seen that already, we're going to be doing Chicago prelims picks, and I want to get Tom Cole's input on this. But also, congratulations to Brandon Herschel. So one other cool thing about the Dynasty Champions Club, which is an exclusive membership that you probably can't sign up for if you haven't already. is every quarter we give away like one grand prize rad gift experience, we like to call it. And this most recent one, Brandon Herschel one, we are sending him. You got a new car! No, okay. Close though. That would be funny though. Yeah. I've always thought about that as like giving away like. We'll talk to Tom about that actually, because WDP did that a long time ago too. Mm. And Tom Cole's the one who gave me my Mustang. Dude, this guy's great. Yeah, he was there. Know that. Yeah. And so we gave him a expenses paid trip to World Cup. So we just sent him money for his flight. I just booked him a hotel room yesterday, and so he's gonna be staying with the team for the duration of World Cup.
Tom Cole?
No, Tom Cole is not gonna be staying with us, but this is Brandon Herschel, who's in the Champions Club, who just won the grand prize. Okay. And then the one before that, Jake Turner. Shout out to Jake. He won the other one. So everybody get those likes up, and we're gonna get Dynasty Blue used Toyota Camry. We can't afford to be doling out brand new ones. So let's go. New FaceTime. Also, I did get confirmation that Alex Fragy is going to come out of hiding and actually going to be joining us on this show.
I wasn't sure if he was.
I thought maybe he. Yeah, I thought he ditched us too. I was kind of giving him a little bit of grief here because he actually also sent me to voicemail twice. Hold on. Hey, Tom.
It went to my voicemail?
No. I was talking about Alex. Got it. Here, I'm gonna turn you around. You're not wearing your white shirt.
No white shirt.
All right. It must be in the laundry. Must be in the wash.
All
right, everybody. Let's see how we looking here. Hold on. Let me move something around. Maybe that was not the right. Oh, here we go. Best place for that. Okay. All right. Well, you're back.
I am back.
Everybody's favorite league president.
I'm the only league president, right?
Well, you know what they say.
There's always another one waiting in the wings.
No, I was gonna say if you're the only one, then you have to be by default everybody's favorite.
Oh, good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're my favorite.
Tom, do you remember how our show works? So you can log online on YouTube and then mute your computer and you can see the comments coming through.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So I go to YouTube.
Go to YouTube. Go to Ryan Greenspan YouTube.
Oh, I'm not going to.
Yeah, just type in Ryan Greenspan, and then I'm sure that's already saved as your favorites. Yeah.
All right. Going to be at episode 109. Here we go.
All right.
And then do I click that?
Yeah.
Double click it. Double click it, Tom.
There we go. I just want to make sure I wasn't whatever I was supposed to do there.
Okay. There we go. Well, I was actually just telling everybody, or just telling Kyle, that you gave me my car back in the year 2000.
I did.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
That's pretty sweet.
That is, yeah. I was here to start the Dynasty, tirade, we'll call it, of winning every tournament on the planet, yeah.
Yeah, thanks, dude. You definitely made it okay for my mom to accept me playing paintball. Like you
yeah, that's one of the things I wonder about. Like, did it help Dynasty become Dynasty because you guys won that thing?
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty dead set at that point on wanting to play paintball, but obviously winning a car definitely helped to legitimize.
3 cars?
There's 5 cars.
Why did you own 5 of the same cars, Tom?
I didn't own 5 of the same cars. That's a Kingman thing.
Whatever happened to Kingman? Are they still around?
So they sold to GI, Core, whatever we call them at this point in time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's yeah. Good old gang.
Yeah. Then are they still are they still a company? Do they still make things?
Yeah, they still have some guns. I don't know what guns they still have in their lineup, but yeah, they still have some of the stuff. You can still buy a Spider.
And were you around for the next couple of years of the Spider Cup stuff?
Yeah, I think I did all the Spider Cups.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. They went downhill after yours, I think.
Well, the next year it was the Spider Eclipse, like it was an Eclipse vehicle, like a Mitsubishi Eclipse.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
at some point in time it was Hummers. I still get grief from some other Dynasty people about the whole Hummer deal.
Oh,
right?
from Todd.
From Todd and Glenn and Rodney.
I was just talking about this.
Cluster.
Dude, they still hold. They're still like a grudge against us, me, Alex, and Yosh, for not getting in the middle of that because, I actually use this.
You guys could get one of those now. It'd probably be way cheaper.
Get a Hummer.
That year.
Oh right, and then just repay them now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's your Hummer. Sorry, you were right.
Yeah.
Well, it's an important business lesson.
Yeah. What is that?
Have something in writing, any kind of agreement is a good thing.
Yeah.
Now, back then, the
I was
email,
like,
text.
so basically you had to pick the field that you wanted to be sponsored by. They also got a free car.
Right.
So I guess Tom let everybody practice there in exchange for him getting the car. And then
allegedly,
in the end,
like to say
Glenn
on the state field,
somehow convinced him that it was him.
Yeah.
And I don't know the truth of the story. So.
Yeah, I don't know exactly whose side of the story was I guess more truthful than the other, but yes, allegedly there was a vehicle promised and not a vehicle not given. But I don't know the extent of the details, and apparently nothing was in writing, and therefore it's he said she said. So if anybody out there is jumping, someone just asked me about a sponsorship thing, like how do you deal with sponsors, and I was like, well, if it makes sense for you, then it's a good deal. But make sure whatever you do, you just kind of like have some sort of written, dialogue that you can look back on to understand what the terms of the deal are. Otherwise, you may or may not get the deal you thought you were going to get. Right?
Yeah, I'll get it in writing.
Be very clear and concise. But that was an interesting time. And then I was talking about, because Kyle said something about what about giving somebody someone's like, hey, what happened to cars? Like, why not give away cars? And someone's like, yeah, just give a used car. But do you remember that WDP gave away that Corvair? It was like a used vehicle?
Yeah, no, I don't remember that.
Okay, so at one of the NPPL events, first prize was one car for the whole team to split, and I think they bought it for like $7,500.
Wow!
But it was kind of like a classic car, like one of those Chevy Corvairs. So it was like a top down kind of vehicle. But imagine going, here you go, here's your 1973 used kind of mintish condition vehicle. What do you do with that?
Yeah.
So no one appreciated it, I guess.
Well, yeah. I don't think it had the same appreciation as the person who thought it was a really good gift.
Yeah, it's a shame because if we did the 5 cars now with the the viral marketing and stuff, I believe that would have gone a lot further, right?
Yeah. Maybe they were a little ahead of their time.
Yeah.
Hey, what would you say is the most difficult part of putting together a paintball event?
And my customers.
And we're live. Some people don't remember that part.
It's customers are a challenging part of any business. We just have extra special ones. They probably finding a good venue. An event our size is probably finding a good venue that works. And just trying to get the staffing and trying to ramp up for an event, especially like we have a big World Cup coming, and then you have all this temporary staff you have to line up, which is, hit or miss.
Yeah, I can see that's tough. I mean, temps used to be easier to get, right? Especially now they're.
Yeah, I mean, everybody makes a lot more money, right? But I mean, just like parking alone, we have like 10 parking lot attendants, right? So, and it's the same, I guess, forever. But just when you hire someone that's a parking lot attendant, you don't really know what you're getting, right? It's not like I'm flying in a bunch of parking lot attendants, even though we do bring in a couple, but you never really know what you're going to get. I mean, I've had guys threaten to knife people and call customers names and stuff like that, right? So, that's the challenging part, trying to find a good group of, 50-some temporary people to come work.
You should get some of those Tesla robots Elon Musk is making.
I don't know if that's in their budget.
I'll jump right on that, yeah.
Nobody's going to be talking back to them.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
You said this is going to be a pretty big one?
Yeah, we think so. We're on track to. We're on track to be over 600 for sure. Last year we were just a little under. This year it might be as high as 650, 700. I don't want to oversell it, but yeah, we're 25% ahead of where we were last year. And so that's actually like 725 would be the number.
Yeah, but that includes like, so if Kyle and I were to play on Dynasty, and then we play in the 10-man, then we play in the 3-man on Sunday, and then we play in the 1-on-1 challenge with the kids or something like that.
Correct.
So yes. Now, what about the body count? Is there a way to like track that?
Yes, we'll give you after the event. We'll have two numbers, right? We'll have what we call a unique, and a unique is Ryan playing as many times as he wants. He still only won, right?
Right.
Then we have your player impressions, right? Which is if you played 4 times, then you'd be counted 4 times. So we still will have the most amount of uniques ever. I mean, keep in mind, even back in the day, we still played 2 different distinct tournaments. You could play X-Ball in 5-man or X-Ball in 10-man. There's never been a time when there isn't more than one thing to do.
Sure.
We've just probably done a better job of making those sideshows or whatever you want to call them, right? Something for other people to do when they lose.
Right, and actually, and then so with that said, what is there to do if you come and you're not there for paintball? Because like, do we get many people that are on site that are not playing aside from like someone's girlfriend or their spouses? Do many people come and like, is there something to engage with?
So yeah, I wouldn't say there's anything I would say many people are coming and not paintball at all.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have. Obviously, we'll probably have 2,000 spectators, paid spectators.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
And then you'll have another 2,000 spectators that are there to, I mean, there's not a lot of people going to go watch divisional games unless they know somebody.
Sure.
So there's 2 kinds of people. There's like the parents, friends, family kind of people that come to watch. And then there's just the paintball guys who buddies are playing or whatever, so they come to watch and hang out. And that's one of the things we need to do a better job of capturing our count of how many people come on site. So we only know the paid people and then the people that have an ID. We don't know all the extra people, and that's turning to be more and more important for outside sponsorships. So
I agree. You know, one way you could do it is if you give everybody a shot as they walk in, like just a little, like, I know paintball players and people these days are really open to getting like inoculations. Alex Fragi specifically, but if you just tell them it's for the good of the game, you could kind of put like some sort of like a microchip tracking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I've been a big fan of RFID chips and RFID chips in paintballs, especially, and or on like in an ID card, so that way you could track everybody and you can put one on the actual start box, so you know exactly who's on the field, and you can track each person that time. But it's very similar kind of concept, is make sure everybody's tracked coming in, so you just gotta give them a shot and track them.
I mean, it's relatively easy to do, right? We can give everybody a wristband, right? Every day that you come in, you get a wristband. It goes from there, right? The problem is the logistics and the bottleneck of trying to do that, right? So everybody wants to get in to play their game. They all got gear. They got all that crap. And I've tried to remove as many rub points as possible. When a player, I want to get them to the fields as fast as possible without going through a whole bunch of different people. Obviously, there's we call it the World Cup circus a little bit, because we do make them walk through the trade show. But if I created another line that everybody had to go through every day to validate their credentials, we're just asking for a nightmare. But we're trying to find a way to do it, and we probably will implement something next year.
Mm-hmm.
But trying to find a way to do it without causing a bunch of hardship.
Yeah, you almost need, like just a little turnstile. I think a couple of turnstiles would probably do it.
Turnstile.
Well, no, because there's only one entrance, right?
There is only one entrance, yes.
Right, so it doesn't really need... Yeah, so, I mean, all turnstiles are mobile, essentially. Once you put them in, you got to put them in the ground, but that's a good way of
Not all mobile, no. They're mostly fixed. You go to Disney, they're not mobile. They're not moving them.
Well, you got to put them in place. You just sands the cement, you don't need a cement. You just put them in place, and then, I guess mobile ones.
Yeah, I hear you.
But that's how you do it. You just
so I look at other events though, right? If you go to a Spartan race or a Tough Mudder or some type of a marathon, any of that type of stuff, they're gonna ban everybody that comes in. Mm-hmm. So they don't have a turnstile; they just banned everybody. Disney has turnstiles.
Yes, Yes. I just, subways have turnstiles.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They do.
That's how you get people in and out.
Yeah.
Look, we're trying to figure out how to count. I don't know if there are any logistics people out there in the realm of this show, but I feel like that's a pretty good. There is one official entrance, and that's a good way. And if you have to put bans on everybody, then you're for sure creating that bottleneck that you don't want to have.
That's the way we're leaning to, right? Because we also theoretically want everybody to sign a waiver, right, when they come on.
Oh, right when you walk on.
Yeah. As soon as you get on site, you can't even get on site without having a waiver.
Oof. Yeah.
Yeah. Oof.
How does that work with a football game? Is your ticket like a release of liability?
Yep.
Well, there you go. What other?
We get a waiver from everybody that plays and everyone that buys a ticket. But if you just walk in with your family and you're just coming to check out, watch something on the divisional fields, you wouldn't necessarily need the waiver, right?
Yeah. So, and let's explain to everybody again why this is important, right? Because why talking about this, and this is an important kind of something to solve. This is an important problem to solve, and why is that?
Because for sponsorship, everybody talks about impressions, right? How many eyes are going to be on their product. So if Budweiser launched a new drink at our event, they'd want to know how many people they were going to get to see and how many unique people and how many times those people were going to look at it. So if we're only counting half of our people on site at World Cup, we're not counting, the vendors, we're not counting the people that are just coming to hang out and all that stuff. We're not doing ourselves a service by having this lower number.
Right. So, yeah. And I think that's an important thing that everybody understands is how, because everybody wants to talk about why the prizes and why do I have to pay this much and I want to get more and a lot of that, the hurdle that we have not been able to overcome is this sponsorship issue, which I know that you go to a lot of these types of trade shows and things, and you're doing a lot more than just walking around the venue for 4 days every other month.
And changing white shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, we're actively pursuing it. I mean, we have 2 people coming to World Cup to check it out. We have some pluses, but so we have one person that's like participation-based sponsorship, and he told me that like the minimum number we really need to be shooting for is $100,000, 100,000 people, right? So that's an insane number of participants. I mean, tournament paintball last year I think was 17,000. So.
But is that just in your league though, or are we counting all?
That's tournament paintball. That's the people that we touch. People that play a tournament that's played through PBLI, which is most competitive tournaments.
Okay.
So, and we're tossing around some different ideas to try and get that number up. Maybe we'll throw like a rec league and help promote it to all the local parks, similar to the 2-man we did. Different stuff like that, but we haven't come up with a solution yet to try and get to those numbers.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So.
And then how important do you think it would be to bring paintball back into like more mainstream venues?
You mean give me a mainstream venue, a Huntington Beach type venue? Is that what we're talking about?
That's a good one.
I mean, it's good. I mean, obviously all that helps, but so look at the World Cup venue. That's a pretty good location. We don't have walk-by traffic, but we do have pretty good drive-by traffic. But those venues are less and less. There really is I can't think of a place that's going to have huge walk-through traffic that's also going to have a place where we can run that many fields, 7, 8 fields that we're running on every event. So we do have this Boy Scout thing that we're doing. We're doing an event in conjunction with the Boy Scouts and their Jamboree. Mm-hmm. So we're going to have where, roughly between 10 and 20,000 Boy Scouts can go, or Scouts, not Boy Scouts, they now have women too. So Scouts can shoot paintball guns, and then we're going to do an exhibition at the end of every day. We're going to give all of them a little dog tag with a QR code on it so they can go play paintball after they're done playing at the Boy Scout, or after the Boy Scout thing anytime in the next year. So that's kind of the stuff we're doing there to kind of promote it. But it's hard to do it at a paintball tournament just because of logistics on our end.
Right. Didn't you guys have last year like a little field that anybody, if you're just there, you could kind of like go and play paintball?
We do. We do it every year.
Oh, you do?
Yep.
Okay.
We do it in conjunction with Uno's Pizzas. So Uno's Pizzas and us, we partner on this field, and Tiki's Paintball. So
okay.
They come down and basically we had, I think, 500 uniques go through there and play paintball for free.
Okay, there you go.
So.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. Some local field owner was really mad about it, though.
And that's because he didn't do it or think about it?
I don't know. I was actually at Uno's, and the guy, walked around while I was in there and ripped up the flyers that were on every table. And then I asked the waiter what was going on, and he said he's mad that we're giving away free paintballs.
Yep, that sounds like a paintball player. That sounds like a paintball business owner right there.
Because he might have killed me at the time. But he literally took the flyers off the thing, and it was just, what's the happenstance that I would actually be in the same Uno's when he was doing that? So, yeah.
Was it Alex?
I'm not telling you who it was. I didn't know the person, to be honest with you. It was not a person that I knew.
Okay.
Do you feel that the minors are going well? So probably 2 minors next year?
No, probably not 2 minors.
Okay.
No, we're probably going to go back to the 5 majors next year. It's my gut instinct.
Where would the 5th venue be if you were just to guess? Maybe give me top 5 venues or top 3.
Texas.
Oh, Texas is it. Seems like Texas is. Jesus, right. Alex.
Yeah, we really want to put Texas, right? So that's pretty much a big market for paintball. We just need to avoid that first event there.
Yeah. Hey, I heard that California is a pretty big market, and a lot of people like to visit here. The weather's always nice. Lots of airports. What else do we have here?
You could also Vegas. You could throw Vegas in there.
Happy people.
Yeah, Vegas is nice.
Yeah, so I'll give you the challenge with California. So California is just really far from everything else. No offense to California people. No, but it really helps us to be able to finish our season in one location and then start our season in one location. If not, we have to fuel prices have gone up significantly. Yeah. So shipping prices.
Oh, for you guys, it's far.
Huh?
It's far for you guys to drive across the country.
It's ridiculously
not
far.
Like far for everybody to fly there.
Furthest bottom point in Florida, all the way to California, and then all the way back to Texas.
Huh. Unless you went from California to Texas, and then to Chicago, to Philly, to Florida.
I still end in World Cup.
Yeah, Florida is the last one. I meant Florida World Cup.
It really helps us to have 2 in the same location. And maybe it's not ideal. Maybe we'll change it. You know what I mean? But let's get through one more year. We'll see where the economy holds up and where everything goes, where the fuel prices end up.
Okay. Yeah, that's a big one. Yeah, they said add Hawaii into the mix.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's tough, and it sucks for the California people. But yeah, it's tough, right?
Yeah, because I could argue that Florida's pretty far away from everything.
Florida is?
Yeah.
Yeah, Florida's just really far away from California people.
Right.
It's really close to the Florida people. So if you look, Vegas is probably one of my most
That's right.
asked
Makes sense.
venue in the planet, right?
Yeah.
If someone was going to lobby me to do a venue, they would lobby Vegas. But if you look at the team count, it's down a little bit from where Florida was for the first event. So
yeah, but I feel like that's an unfair. I feel like that's an unfair statistic because you're measuring measuring pre-pandemic to post-pandemic. So you're measuring 2020 to 2022, right? Or 2021?
Now I'm measuring 2019 to 2021.
Okay, right, but this is also the biggest World Cup, so you should measure it at scale.
Okay, so you want me to spend like $70,000 to test your hunch?
Yes. Yeah.
R&D.
Yeah.
Hey, it's R&D. It's called R&D. Actually, thank you, Kyle.
Yeah, no, that's the problem, and I'm always betting, right? That's really what we're doing. I'm hoping that something does better with the information we have at the time, and so for right now, I'm betting that Florida's a safer bet for us.
I liked when we did Phoenix as the first event.
Dude, I swear, didn't we play the very first event in 2020 in Vegas? And then COVID happened right after that, and everything got shut down, and then we played the final event?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. But the only thing that would make, I think, Phoenix better would be to do that event in July.
78 teams. This is the PSP we're talking about. Phoenix had 78 teams.
Oh, yeah, Phoenix isn't a good move.
Yeah, it's because you did it at the beginning of the year. You got to do Phoenix in peak summer.
Yeah, and I do want to point out one thing that is very, very important about this alleged gamble that we're talking about is where best to do it than in Vegas.
That was good.
Kyle Ames pointed out, scared money do not make money.
So the problem comes in, we have two kinds of customers, right? I have the paintball tourists, which is you guys, right? It doesn't matter to you guys really where the location is. You guys are flying somewhere to go. And so what you guys want to do is go to cool new places, right?
Yeah.
But there's a lot of my customers that are worried about their budgets, so they need to go to cheap places.
Yes.
And Florida is one of the cheapest locations on the planet to host a tournament, right? Because the hotels are right there. They're relatively cheap. The direct opposite of Philly, direct opposite of Vegas. And it's an event that a lot of people can drive to. So that's kind of like what we're weighing against one another. Phoenix, though, is easy for no one, except for maybe the 3 people in Phoenix.
Right. No, I think we can all agree that Phoenix isn't the ideal location.
Yeah. In California, you guys have imparted a lot of tough rules, right? You can't drive a tractor-trailer truck there that's past a certain date. Of course, all our trucks are on the old dates. So there's a lot of stuff.
That was it?
That's it.
Just that you guys have old trucks.
Yes.
You know what? I've heard that new trucks get better gas mileage.
This is the back of the truck, not the front of the truck.
Oh, wait, the back of the truck is something that matters?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Interesting.
According to California.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
Actually, that was one of my most disturbing things when I took the job with the NXL was I got my first pricing to do trucking. And it was like, let's call it $38,000 to ship the trucks to the first event or something. I was literally like, I will spend every weekend in my truck driving stuff back and forth. It would be cheap. The number was just so large, it just blew my mind. And now we're up to like 6 tractor trailers, so that's a lot.
Yeah. We were actually talking about that in the pandemic. That's a great business model.
That's a horrible business model. Let's fly everything and move everything around the country.
No, I meant owning a trucking company.
Oh, owning a trucking company is a great one.
Yeah. Shout out to all the truck drivers out there.
It was not that great.
Yeah, Ryan and I were thinking about doing that.
Yeah. We actually tried to buy a truck, except they were back ordered. It's actually, you can't even buy a truck. That's how hard it is.
You can, for giving you those cars, you can drive me some stuff free for a while.
Yeah, that did the depreciation on a 2000 Ford Mustang at current market rate. I think at this point you owe me money.
Well, it needs to go back to what you got when you got it. You can't try and
Oh, so we're adjusting for inflation, so it's actually worth 2 cars, and I owe you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Huh, interesting.
Fair to me.
You actually sound like you could be a truck driver too. Like
Tom Cole Trucking. That does sound like a good name.
My name sounds like it'd be a trucking, or my accent sounds like I could be a trucker.
I think all of the above. And I know that you drink I could see you drinking a big gulp.
I could definitely. I was actually talking with my ops guy, and he was saying something bad about truckers, and I was like, I could be a trucker.
Yeah.
And he's, of course, you said that.
Yeah. At $40,000 an event, I could be a trucker.
Well, it's not all the events are that much. It's basically just the. Actually, I think Vegas is $56,000 from Florida to Vegas. So.
Jeez.
Jesus.
Hey, I had a question. So, Red Legion, they didn't play the minors. Is that they just wouldn't have got a chance to get in one of those top 4 spots in the Champions Cup, or
it's both. Technically, this is a Jason question. I'll throw this back at him.
Okay.
They should have played the minor, right? But because of what they have going on with the situation in the Ukraine, we've kind of allowed them to skip an event. So yes, they still could have been in the Champions Cup if they'd been in the top 4, but they had one less score than everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't likely. But if they would have won Chicago, they would have got a spot.
Interesting.
So, and I think they played for first and second, right?
Yeah.
So if they would have won, I think Houston Heat would have lost their spot.
Yeah, that would be correct.
So, that was an very interesting game.
Yeah, that'd be an interesting outcome to let them still be in it, even though they missed even though they missed an event, because I guess technically a lot of these things are unprecedented because it's the first event. How do you like, or how do you think that the response has been for the Champions Cup?
I think as everybody figures it out, everybody's pretty happy with it. It's obviously creates some drama like that. Like Chicago became more important, right, because of who was going to move on. Anybody could have been in the hunt there, and I thought it was really. I mean, I made a joke today to Matty Marshall. I was like, everybody wants to grow the sport until it affects them, right? And so I think allowing a Latin American team in and 3 European teams and doing this whole where you guys get moved up to the Sunday of the Champions round or whatever, I think is going to help grow paintball in those other markets. So I think that's kind of neat. I think it'll be good.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting to see how those teams do. I definitely think some of those European teams can do pretty well. Unfortunately, the Tauntauns won't have Axel, so that'll hurt them substantially. And then, the gentlemen from England, I think, will do pretty well.
Yep, the unnamed people from England.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting because Carnage plays the pocket pretty good, seems to me. So I think they may do pretty well in an unlimited paint type environment. The Luckies seem to play a little more come and get you type of situation, which we'll see how well that does in the limited paint.
Right.
And obviously we know the Tauntauns have lots of experience in both formats, so I think they will do okay. But yeah, it'll be interesting. It's going to be really interesting.
Yeah,
so,
we actually talked about that. How do we think that type of paint, like the unlimited paint, will affect them?
Yeah, I think it'll hurt the European teams for sure. And they've kind of like set themselves up to fail. Some of them, like the Tauntauns, for example, and then some of the other European teams. I hope next year they try and win these spots without their American counterparts, right?
Well, are you going to force them to do that?
No, I'm probably not going to force them to do it, but I just hope, knowing that you have to go without the pro player. Like if you're on my team in Europe, and then we win a spot to go play some of the toughest teams in the world, and now you can't play for me, that really kind of defeats the purpose, right?
Yeah, but I mean, look at the teams that are in there. So Axel isn't really an American guy.
Tauntauns and not Impact, in my opinion, but that's my opinion.
Well, he couldn't because the rosters are locked.
He could have gone the other way. He could play for the Tauntauns. He's also locked on that roster.
Not in the U.S.
Yeah, that's a tricky one. Yeah, I haven't figured that out. Yeah, good point. But I mean, overall, he should just be playing with the Tauntauns. I don't mean he should have chose the Tauntauns and Ben. I mean, he should have, And part of the reason that he didn't is probably because the only way to get a pro spot in the past would have been to play. The Tauntauns had to play 5 events in the U.S. Now they can play in Europe and compete, and then win a chance to go to the World Cup, and
I like
maybe win the World Cup.
I like that, and I don't think Carnage didn't have a U.S. player.
Carnage doesn't have a U.S. player, and neither do the Luckies.
Neither do the Luckies, so that's good. Hey, what do you think about this though for the relegation side? Do you think that the bottom 2 teams or the bottom team should have to play the semi-pro team that's coming up?
So everybody hits me with this one, and the complicated part is the semi-pros have a different roster rule than the pros do. So
how so?
Let's just say Dynasty 2 is the semi-pro team, right? Just for argument's sake,
okay.
Right? So you have a team that's playing, and they have a roster that's not allowed to have you on it, right?
Right.
So now you win the pro spot. What would you do in the off season if you ran Dynasty 2, and now you have an unlimited roster? You're going to try and pick up somebody from a current pro team, so now you're expecting them to go beat next year's competition with this year's lineup.
Well, I mean, kind of. Well, what happened with like the Hurricanes, and they came up and didn't change their roster?
Yeah, I'm not saying they did, but I'm saying some people might.
Yeah, but do you think that the lowest rank, like the Latin Saints or DMG, should have to play PB Fit or whoever is the next team that's coming up?
No, I don't. Because of that. Because I think the roster things are unfair. I mean, it's no different than what we do now in the finals. Like, there's going to be a team that's going to move on at any paintball tournament. It's going to move on. It may not be better than you. You don't, run a challenge all the way down. It depends on what bracket you ended up in. there is still some luck of the draw, right?
Yeah, I do agree with that.
I have a question. So if a team gets relegated and then a semi-pro team gets a spot, but let's just say another team in the pro division drops out,
we automatically offer it to the team that got relegated first.
Okay.
Not to the next semi-pro team.
Yeah.
Not to the next.
But you don't drop out. You'd say. What do you think the value of a pro team is right now? We had this discussion last show.
You mean buying or what the current market value is?
If you were buying in the current market value.
So I wouldn't buy a pro team.
Okay, got it.
So, but I would say the current market value is whatever it costs to play a semi-pro season, and then plus a little more for the guaranteed win. So you're probably looking at $30,000.
Wow. Okay, that's a good way to bring that in. That's a good one.
Yeah, so tomorrow if I decided I want a pro team, I have two ways to do it. I can try and win it, right? So I go in, I spend the money trying to win through the semi-pro bracket, and I'm going to spend, $30,000. But maybe that's divided amongst the team or however that works, right? But if I really want one, then that's probably what I'd be willing to pay. Now, it also gets the market value, right? What is everybody willing to sell for? I don't know of any teams trying to get out currently.
I heard there are two teams that are trying to get out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know who they are.
Are they ranked dead last?
They're probably. I had a guess, but I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I everybody. Of course, I'm probably going to get a different perspective than you would, and no one's going to tell me, that they're done playing, right?
Right.
So yeah.
Interesting. Hold on, we're getting Alex in here too, because he wanted to jump in, because he had some questions for you as well. Yep. You should definitely.
What up, boys?
What's up, buddy?
Dude, Ryan, I'm watching the YouTube feed right now.
Okay.
And for some reason, do you have a filter or something? Because you look great.
Thanks,
or did
man.
you get Botox?
Well, I didn't get Botox.
How do I know that?
Because I've told you that.
Well, you lie to me about 50% of the shit that you tell me, so that means you might have gotten Botox.
50-50.
And I was thinking about what you're saying about tracking people. Nick LaValle gave me this idea that that the NXL was going to inject nanobots into everybody's scrotum so they could track them.
Well, that was my idea.
The tournament.
And I was actually going to say it.
Quite sexist of you to assume that all the pro players have scrotums.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. My bad.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna comment further.
Can we retract my statement from the record? Yeah.
Dude, I want to shout out to you, Tom, just for being one of the good guys and actually caring. I know that, Ryan and I have been in this a long time and seen a lot of different people running the league and managing things. And I feel like, you really have the best interest of the players in mind. And I know you were a player and you've seen, how different people have run the league, especially those that also own companies. And I feel like you're doing a really good job along with Jason Trozen to give us the best product you can. And, I was reflecting on that and I was just thinking to myself, at the last couple of years, every single tournament I've gone to NXL, I'm happy that I went. Like I leave the tournament, win, lose, or draw, and I'm glad that I went. So I feel like, people are getting that experience and it's improving, one tournament at a time. So shout out.
Just one small caveat to that is Alex isn't really allowed to leave the house very often, so his bar is set pretty low. Now, I do agree with him that your events are great, and I get to do all sorts of stuff, so I do agree with him on that fact, but just please take any comments about Alex's experiences with a grain of salt, because he's...
Yeah, I'm comparing it to going to the grocery store. That was my...
In San Francisco.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, I appreciate that. I do appreciate it. We do try. I mean, we have a great team, right? I have a great group of people that kind of care about it and kind of really get passionate about it. So, yeah, it's exciting. And to see the team count go up, that's really the barometer of whether we're doing a good job or not, right? And we both got to keep people playing longer, which we've done with you two very well. And we've got to, keep bringing in new people. So,
And if you're on the edge or on the fence, if you're watching about going to World Cup, it's the one to go to. So if you haven't got your ticket yet, go down there. I know Ryan's going to be there, but that's okay. There's a lot of other nice people that you'll be able to meet.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll give a plug. So if you want to come to an event that's going to be like history making, right? It's going to be the largest World Cup ever. It's going to be the first time, at least in living memory, that we've allowed other people to win in. So the Latin Americans and the Europeans are qualifying in, and it's also going to be the first WNXL World Cup, which we also have a team coming from South America and one team coming from Europe to play in the WNXL. So it's going to be an event of firsts. So it'll be pretty cool, I think.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
and I do have another question for you, Tom. Why are you avoiding my text messages?
The one you sent me yesterday?
Yeah, that one.
There was only one message. Alex made it sound like you were ducking him for months.
When Tom texts me, I text him back like this. Boom. Text him back.
It's been long. It's been a stressful day. Today's the deadline for World Cup. One of the pay deadlines. So you get all the people that are, whatever.
Now, Alex, you can say what you will about me, Al, but when I text Tom texts me right back.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Because the squeaky wheel gets the grease, dude. The squeaky wheel gets the grease.
Yeah, that might be it.
And there's no squeaky wheel.
We're going to text you back here in the past month, Alex.
Listen, Kyle, you'll like this. So Mouse called me over the weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't call him back. And then he texted me, and I still didn't call him back. And then I called him back today, and I was talking to him, and he's like, "Yeah, man, I thought you didn't like me anymore." And I was like, "Listen, bro, I've got no excuses. You called me. I missed the call. You texted me. I saw the text, and I just didn't call you back. I'm taking full responsibility.
Own up to it, man.
I wasn't busy. I didn't have anything else going on. I just didn't call you." He's all, "I can't argue with that, man."
Hurting feelings worldwide there.
Yeah. I barely even get a call back from Alex. He's so busy now.
I'm not busy. That's what I'm saying.
Wow. Okay, I get it.
It is great to be back on the show, though. I miss you guys.
Well, here I've got something for both of you guys. I want to do, and Tom.
Oh, and Tom, you forgot to mention youth paintball.
Oh, and the youth paintball. Yeah, good call, Alex. It's the first time we've had a kids tournament in a long time.
Yeah, you guys, if you go to World Cup, you have to go watch that. Last year, I, for some reason, happened upon it, or somebody asked me, "Hey, you want to go participate in that?" And I was like, "Sure." And I go over there. It was the evening, I think on Saturday evening or something. And I had so much fun. I was coaching one of the teams, and I was helping ref, running around crazy. These kids were having the best time bunkering each other, and it's actually not only exciting to watch because a lot of different things happen than in a normal paintball game, because they're just, kids playing like kids and having fun and just running around. And then also, there's just a whole different vibe that I feel like you don't get to experience when you're watching a pro game or grown-ups play. So definitely go check that out if you're there. And I'm super into it, and I will certainly be there.
What are the qualifications for the youth paintball?
You're going to hit me with the hard rule questions? I think it's D4 and below, and you got to be 16 and below.
Okay, 16 and under. And D4.
Don't quote me on that. I don't have the rules right away.
Right.
So.
Yeah, so if you go back and get some more Botox, you might be able to trick them.
Yeah. Let's see the birth certificate. I always thought that'd be funny. You know those what's that one basketball thing where the guy dresses up like an old man and then just goes in there and smokes everybody?
Uncle Drew.
Yeah,
Uncle Drew.
Kyrie Irving, yeah.
Oh, that's Kyrie Irving?
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be funny to do something like that. I've done it before, kind of.
Eli Manning just did it too. He went and tried out for a college football team as the quarterback.
Yeah, that's right. I did see all that.
Mullet and everything, so yeah.
He's like, my mom taught me.
Yeah.
I was homeschooled.
You got to be careful. Some of these kids are good. You might go out there and try and show them up and find out that times are hard.
No. I wouldn't play there. The move is you go play walk-ons. So yeah. I did this a couple of years or several years back. My buddy set up for his work. He set up a paintball day, and then he was my roommate at the time, and I went out there with him. And I just worked everybody from his job.
I just growing paintball one day at a time.
Jeans and a hooded sweatshirt is the move.
Dude, Ryan grows the shit out of paintball.
Yeah. Dude, everybody had the time of their lives.
Dude, you can grow paintball as long as it's not in my backyard.
Yep, exactly. So what do you guys think of the Champions Cup? You guys ask me all the hard questions. What do you guys think of it?
Lame.
I like it. I think it's great. I think it's really cool.
Dude, it is cool, man. Tom, you're doing cool stuff. Dude, Ryan, look at this.
Well, yeah, I know. I got that. My mom has that hanging up in our hallway at my at a house up north.
Look at those puka shells, dude.
I know, they're sick, dude.
So you can play the 16 and under.
Yeah. No, so hey, the Champions Club's cool, and Tom, we talked about it a little bit because I follow that that surfing World Series, yep. And they do the same thing now. They just started it last year, and like there's one event at the end that you have to qualify for, but they just bring you there. It's almost like a World Series or a Super Bowl, and you got to play through
crazy.
it.
When we started looking into doing something like this, the amount of sports that were switching to it were insane. Like I'm not saying we were the leader or anything,
right?
But like, golf just switched to it. Surfing switched to it, so it's those are the only two I can think off the top of my head, right? But it's the Super Bowl model, right? Of trying to qualify for a series and kind of bringing it down to one event, and it really makes the spectators kind of like stay on the edge of their seats throughout the season.
Right, and it's I think it's cool, and you know, ideally like the end goal would be you play the 5 events, and then there will be a standalone event with just 5 teams in it.
That would be, well, not 5, maybe 10. But yeah, that was my original goal. Just the cost of trying to do it that way for both the teams and the league was expensive.
Right. So speaking of that, like what is a lot of people are asking about paintball. TV. How are we getting it on TV?
So one, I think TV is probably not the market for us. OTT would probably be a better deal. So OTT is like Netflix or whatever. It's where everybody's kind of like taking their efforts right towards. So we are currently working on trying to have a paintball channel and trying to do that whole deal. So hopefully we'll have something next year.
With Netflix?
God, does anyone know, like, other than like chemical, like Head and Shoulders, a way to get rid of dandruff?
Coconut oil.
Really?
Yeah.
You put it in your hair?
Yeah.
Super glue.
All right, hey Alex, do you want to give us a topic? Give Tom a topic that you would like.
I could not play for Dynasty.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, Tom, what do you miss most? What do you miss most about playing paintball?
There you go.
Me?
Yeah, hopefully Alex's attention span will allow him to pay attention to this whole thing.
The team aspect, right? Like I played for bad company, so it was like ride or die. That's one of the things I always liked about 10-man and 7-man to some extent, but like the single flag format was it was do or die, right? At the end of it, you had to fix bayonets and go get bloody. And I'm learning now the current crop of ITPL people, they don't really fix the bayonets. They more just kind of just stay there. So, but I miss the team, and I like that. I like knowing that I'm going to go and maybe get my face blown off, but then my buddy's going to try and get through and blow his face off, and that whole kind of like, mix it.
Yeah, I mean, you guys were definitely known for being a really aggressive team. Also, what people may not know out there is Tom and Bad Company played against, the top-level pros. I mean, they were a top-level pro with spiders. And everyone else had these, like,
No, that was
electric
Tim in
guns
effect.
the whole deal. I mean, not to diminish spiders, but in hindsight now, I think you could acknowledge that you were at a pretty big disadvantage. But, you guys were holding your own there.
Yeah, we were at a significant disadvantage, for sure. For sure.
But, I mean, you crushed. I mean, let's see. Who do you miss playing with the most?
There's like so many different eras, right? Like I've been playing for a long time, so I miss my like original 10-man guys probably the most because that's like when we were really all friends and we kind of all grew up together, and then we won Pittsburgh together, so that was kind of like really iconic for me and my team. You know what I mean? So I love those guys. But then we had the second era with like JC and Muzzy and those guys, right? So I like both of those eras equally.
What about one guy though?
Oh my God, you got Coleman.
Dude, I was gonna say that Coleman. I was gonna be
Coleman.
JC. Yeah, Coleman was your roll dog for sure.
Yeah, but we had the team was split. We had not a lot of people know this, but it's still going. We had the FTC, which was like F Tom Cole, basically. That was half my team.
Oh no, dude! You just opened Pandora's box.
They had stickers and the whole deal. So JC was pretty much part of the FTC group. So yeah.
Dude, that's amazing. Yeah, you guys had some pretty dirty cheaters over there, Jason, Andre, JC. But dude, JC could play, man. JC's like, I feel like he's like a top 20 guy of all time, like caliber player.
Yeah, and he definitely doesn't make the list enough, right? In my opinion, but
I agree with that too.
I'll give Jason Andre's story. So I'm playing against Jason Andre. I guess we're doing a practice or something like this, right? And I'm like, oh no, this is when he went to go play for Arsenal. So I was like, hey, I didn't hit you there when we had that little exchange or whatever. And he's like, yeah. He says, like, you're better than me. You're just not twice as good as me. That's pretty good, Jason. I'll give you that one. I will give you that one. So,
dude, there you go, Meter. Meter said free
Tom Cole.
Yeah, I don't know if that's what it meant, but yeah. So, and it continues. That's still
amazing.
Hey,
well, you know, I will say too, like, being young and playing and coming up and playing against Tom and you know, having him be involved, you were always cool to us. Like, not all the guys like acknowledged us and were nice to us, but Tom, you were always respectful and I feel like always a good sport. So definitely a good role model for us coming up.
I appreciate that. I tried, that's for sure.
Dude, I played. We drew you in World Cup 1998, my very first World Cup. Speaking of going to World Cup for the first time. 1998 World Cup with Out of Control. We were amateur B, and you guys were one of our 2 pro teams. We played you on that the hyperball field with the X in the middle of it.
Did you win?
We won World Cup. I don't know if we won that game. It sounds like I feel like we might have. I feel like we did, but I'm just kind of spitballing at this point. We'd have to bring up Warpig to figure that one out.
Still an amazingly good use of stuff. They have a lot of
it is, believe it or not. I was just on there trying to get some of the old Iron Kids stats.
Yeah, no, they have a lot of neat information. So,
God, I remember we played you guys on this one time. It was definitely it would have been in '99, and I was on the Diggers, and we played you in Chicago, and there was like this. You had these goggles that were like a fishbowl. Like the whole goggles was a lens,
fishbowl, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. You guys didn't have the spiders yet, but you had some other horrible gun. Like you had the Nova.
The Rainmakers.
The Rainmaker. Dude, I'm looking that up. I'm gonna pick myself a used Rainmaker.
Dude, there was a guy at a clinic just taught out in like Kentucky, Nashville area, and he collects like old. He has this crazy old set of paintball guns. He's got like 4 or 5 Novas. He's got these guns that I've never seen or heard of. Like some of them have like mechanical like mechanisms to feed. They have like magazines with like just this like bicycle chain belt that feeds the paintballs into them.
Dude, you couldn't. The Rainmaker had no foregrip. You just had to hold it like a ranch rifle. Like, check this thing out.
I'll give you a good story about that. So, I don't know if you guys remember WDP and Brass Eagle offered that big sponsorship package, and they basically were reviewing people at World Cup. I think this is, I'm going to say 99.
Okay.
Remember the first year of the Hyperball, and there's the stands? It was like the first time we really like had all that cool shit out of the woods.
Okay.
And we got to play like Aftershock for first and second. They ended up beating us, probably because they cheated, but regardless, they beat us.
Sure.
And then, so we go back to meeting. So we're supposed to get this, $125,000 Brass Eagle / WDP sponsorship, which meant we'd be shooting Angels. And like January 1st, they send me the Rainmakers. So they're like, the Angel deal fell through. And I was like,
so you guys get this next best thing.
Yeah, so we didn't really play with the Rainmakers. We switched back to the Angels, but we played at that one Chicago tournament.
Yeah, I remember you guys charging down the hill at us. And we were like, I remember just seeing a paintball explode on one of your guys' goggles. It was the coolest paintball I've ever seen.
It's so gratifying.
The entire paintball, exploded right on his face. And I was like, dude, that's amazing.
Well, maybe we'll make you go back to that. So the big goggles make the hits a little bigger.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Bubble goggles.
Everybody's got to wear bubble goggles.
Oh, here we go. Rainmaker. $500. You can get one.
There you go. No, I'm good. I had enough of mine. Yeah. But Brass Eagle spent a lot of money. They did a lot of good to try and grow it and get stuff into Walmart and all that shit. So they did a good job there. All right, I'll give you another question since I like reverting it, right?
Okay.
So we play with pads, right? Everybody wears elbow pads, knee pads, yada, yada, yada. The paddier, the better. Why in paintball did we always go with soft pads? And we know half of it's just to make sure the paintball bounces. So why wouldn't we require people to use hard pads? like skateboarding.
So the paintballs break on them more?
Yeah.
Obviously, if you get shot in the elbow, you're supposed to get shot in the elbow. You're not supposed to have it bounce off because you got a better pad than the other guy.
Well, I think it's about mobility.
Interesting point.
It's mobility, though, too.
Yeah.
So
like
the
flexibility.
skateboarders and the BMX guys aren't very mobile?
Well,
I
they're
don't know,
not.
it's a weird one.
No, I don't think they
No,
have
yeah.
to get. It's
I'm
like a
Someone
small
says we
dust.
switched to hard pads, no one wear it. I'm not suggesting we
I think-
switched. I'm just wondering why we didn't go down that way. Because
That's
I'm
just-
wondering why I'm wondering why we didn't make people play with a pie plate attached to their head sticking over the top so that you can get shot in it.
Or
That's
like
a
an
good point.
astronaut helmet.
Yeah, actually.
Some paintball is wanting me to give a plug to the live stream for the WNXL.
Yeah. What's
Dude, plug
the
it.
deal with it?
Let's
Plug
go.
it. What's going
I
on
think
with
it's
it?
amazing that I think that this free webcast that you guys are giving everybody, or we're giving everybody in the NXL, I think it's really amazing. I think it's really good.
What is it? Where is it? I actually only
It
just heard
films
about
the
this.
premiere field, and it's on our Facebook page. So it films the premiere field. So sometimes it's the semi-pro, and sometimes it is the
Okay.
WNXL.
So
Is it on Go Sports?
No, it's on the NXL Facebook page.
on
Got it,
Facebook.
We're trying to have some paintball not behind a paywall.
So I've heard like someone tell me, I don't know who it was, but YouTube offers a pretty good streaming platform, and it allows you guys to do like kind of overlays and have a production studio. I haven't really seen the live stream that you guys run, but I've heard that YouTube offers a really good production studio.
If you're giving me this advice as we sit here on Facebook Live or whatever,
Yeah. We're on YouTube, Tom. That's why when you
You run a
typed in
show.
youtube.com earlier in the beginning of the show, this will be trivia for you. What website did you go to? And what did you
It's
double click on?
www.ryansabiatch.com.
Okay, so you guys do it on both.
The filming is done through
Cameras?
Facebook, right?
Are you saying right like
Like
you're
the
not sure?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know
You have to, I don't know if you have to get the cameras from Facebook.
Does Facebook sell you the cameras from Best Buy? Or is that from Circuit City?
That's what I would like.
Or they're
yes.
like they're Facebook cameras, and they only.
Dude, shut up, Ryan. Tom's an idea man.
big ideas.
Okay, so the last event you guys did do YouTube also.
Yeah, okay, there we go. We do YouTube, yes.
Yeah. So let's talk
I'm
about these
assuming we
Facebook
send it to
cameras you
all
got.
of them, right?
What's that?
I'm assuming we send it to all of them.
Yeah, that
brother.
sounds like it. Circuit City.
You're paying double if you have to buy YouTube cameras and Facebook cameras.
That's true. Yeah. You should have a call with us actually at least once a month so we can keep you on your toes.
That's what I need. That's what I need.
Yeah.
I've been looking forward to this call all day.
Maybe like I know you have. That's why when you agreed, first I trapped you by saying, "What are you doing? Are you free 4 p.m. on Tuesday?" Knowing
Someone specifically said that. They said, like, they're like, why did you agree to it? And I was like, he tricked me.
I said I told Ryan the other day, I was like, we should get Tom on since World Cup's coming up, and then the next day he's like, Tom's in. I was like, really? I was
Yeah.
like kind of surprised. I'm like,
Yeah,
all
no,
right,
you would have done it
I thought
regardless.
this was my Dynasty tryout chance, you know? He's
Yeah.
like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
We're going to fly you out.
See, I have a standing root canal appointment for every Tuesday at 4.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, he just doesn't have any teeth left to pull. They pulled them all at this point. We're on episode 109. He's got no more. He's only got gums back there.
Come on, Doc, you can find
he
something.
finds something to pull out here.
Keep us offline.
Yeah, he can barely sit down. He's had so many colonoscopies.
It's almost time, dude. 40's coming up.
Yeah, there you go. Schedule one for
get yours?
November 5th. We'll all go in there. We'll go. That'll be practice. Right after practice, we'll go in there and watch you come out all uncomfortable.
Watch me extract at Chipotle.
Yeah, those hot spicy shrimp. All right, hey, I want to do these World Cup picks for the brackets. So, I'm gonna give a matchup that is gonna happen at World Cup, and you guys are gonna pick who you feel is going to win. Alex did poorly on this one last time, so he's got a streak during in his boxers during the All-Star game. So make sure you guys are prepared and you make your picks wisely. Okay. So okay, we're gonna start with damage versus aftermath. Who do you guys got?
Damn it.
Okay. Then we got X Factor versus
Did you already
Uprising.
pick, Ryan?
Yeah, I already picked.
Hey, let me take a picture of this so I can see what.
X Factor versus Uprising.
X Factor.
X Factor.
Okay. LVL versus Hurricanes.
Hurricanes.
LVL.
Ooh.
Dude, Hurricanes crushed in the last
I
tournament.
know. Hurricanes are my roll dogs.
dog.
Revo versus ML Kings.
Revo.
Yeah, I'm going with Revo too.
Okay. Aftermath versus the Lucky 15s.
Let's go, Tom. Take them.
Or the slimy
Lucky
little weasels,
15s.
as they're also
Oh
known.
yeah, baby.
Who do you get?
Beans.
You going
Yeah,
Luckies?
right. I'll take Aftermath. I can't with that.
Okay.
That's what Ryan and I took Aftermath.
Hurricanes versus NRG.
Hurricanes.
NRG.
Just like that, huh, Al?
Yeah,
Just a second ago, you're like, dude, Hurricanes are my team. And then
Yeah,
the
but-
second time around, you're like, nah.
NRG plays super slow, and I feel like that will work well against Hurricanes. That's why I'm picking them.
Okay, here's a good matchup. Infamous versus Revo.
Infamous is due.
There we go. That's what I said.
Tom?
Especially early in the tournament.
I think Tom.
Tom's like, he got a message. He's like, you can't be doing this.
Can't be doing this.
You're the president of the
You're
goddamn
betting on the
league.
games.
You can't be betting on games. Hey, Greenspan tricked me again.
I can't believe you agree. That's
Yeah,
great.
there he goes.
Anyway,
Oh man.
Yeah.
All
how
right.
about the Niner?
Yeah, they blew the tower.
Hey, I do have some prizes though to give away, Ryan.
I know you do. Okay, we're gonna finish this with you though.
Do you have to leave or something right now?
I've got to be home at 6, so I've got time. I've got a Brazilian wax appointment.
How long does it take to get home?
20 minutes.
Okay, perfect. We got 20 minutes then.
And I have to work also.
Work for what?
Work at home or where? When?
No, here I've got shit to do.
What do you got to do?
Well, I got to call your mom and schedule my date with her.
Here it is. Here we go. That's it. That doesn't take long. Tsunami versus Extreme. Who you got?
What's Tsunami?
So should I mark you down for Extreme?
What is Tsunami?
They're the Colombian team.
Yeah, I'll take Extreme.
Oh, here
He's
we go.
back.
He's back. There he is.
My camera broke.
We figured
So you had to plug the YouTube one
Andy
in.
and Bart called you and said, "You can't be betting on games, you maniac."
I can.
Yeah, he just chooses the venue and makes sure everybody and answers everybody's complaints. And if you'd like to thank him, he'll be graciously appreciate that.
I have a full-time,
Yeah, Kevin.
I have
Yo,
a
just give me
full-time
bikini.
rooting thing, right? I root for people.
I agree.
Dude, that is true. Tom just roots. He roots for everybody.
Yeah, it's a one of the perks of my job is I get to watch a lot of paintball and root for who I want to. So
All right, well then let's keep it going. Tsunami or Extreme, Tom?
Wait, did you go back?
Oh no, he didn't go Infamous.
Yeah,
Infamous
yeah.
or Revo?
oh, Revo.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right.
Wow, that was
Did you take? Who'd you take in that one, Ryan?
Infamous.
Wait,
Infamous.
no, you did it.
Yes, I did.
It says in here.
Yeah, R. Infamous.
Oh, it's
Ryan-
above.
Ryan,
Oh,
Kyle.
I was looking below.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's yeah. Tsunami versus Extreme, Tom.
Extreme.
Okay, that's across the board there.
Except for meter.
Oh yeah, except for Meter. That's right. Lucky
Yeah, meter.
Meter's streaking.
Meter went the
baby.
risk.
We're streaking.
Yeah.
Luckies versus Thunder.
Thunder. Tom's thinking Luckies are going to run the board here.
I took Luckies in this one. I think strike them early. Thunder might not know what hit them.
So we also have this thing that when the new teams play, they seem to do well. It's like no one knows what they're going to do.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
All right, so Tom, you taking
I
Luckies?
think the refs know what they're going to do, and that's play on.
Yeah, I can guarantee that. These kids have no clue what's coming from.
Is that where you're getting your information from?
Yeah, it's just I didn't see the Facebook feed of the tournament, but I'm just gonna go with what Ryan said.
So Tom, are you taking the Luckies?
Yep.
All right. AC Diesel versus the Russians.
You can go first on that one, Alex.
AC Diesel versus the Russians. Russians.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree.
Okay. Iron Man versus Carnage.
Event, but I don't know if they're beating the Russians good yet.
Iron Man versus Carnage. This is a good one.
Carnage is French, right?
Yes. I give it to Carnage.
Ooh.
I'm gonna root for the international teams this time.
Yeah,
You know what? I'm rooting for. I'm gonna pull for Carnage on this one too.
Damn.
Okay, all right, we got a split
Sorry,
there.
Nick. Sorry, Nick. I know you're in here. I love you, pal. It has nothing to do with you. It's just just that Iron Man shield.
DMG versus Uprising.
Uprising.
Man, I gotta go with DMG. That's just
That's what Ryan and I.
I know,
I
we went
gotta
with
will
it
those
too.
guys to save their spot.
I know.
We know who Tom wants to get relegated then.
Yeah, we see that happening.
I didn't know we were picking favorites. I thought we were picking who was gonna win.
I'm just kidding.
And just for the
well
record,
played.
Nick Sloviak is one of my all-time favorites. So I love you, Nick.
Just chill, dude. Alex, don't try to backtrack on what you said about him.
No, I'm not.
NRG versus Extreme.
So, all right, let's just go through this stat. I think 19 out of 20 teams have made Sunday this year. So I'm rooting for anybody to get in there, right? So that just leaves
Well, one of those teams that made it
was the Saints.
Yeah.
You can't count the Saints making.
and
Sunday.
something happened to them. I don't know how they go from second all the way to where that is now.
And they've got a new team now.
Yeah, they do.
No, I mean like this
Hey,
event.
of the 20 teams, I'm sorry about the personnel changes, and I'm not saying that they're a viable team now, but we've now had 19 teams make Sunday. Never had that before.
That's great.
So now I'm rooting for DMG to make it, and then the 4 international teams to make it.
But you picked Uprising.
Well, I didn't say they were going to win all their games.
Yeah, and he said he was rooting for them. That doesn't mean they're going to win.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I root for you guys every event. You don't win every time, right?
Yeah,
So
that's true. Still got us picked, but I can see there's okay. NRG versus Extreme.
I'm going to say Extreme.
Yeah, Extreme's rolling. I think they're gonna win too.
Okay. Damn it,
Ryan, let me get your credit card number. I gotta buy this Rainmaker.
Gotta talk shit. They will do good.
Rainmaker. Damage versus Thunder. Are you really buying that thing right now?
What is
Ryan.
it?
He's buying a
Thunder.
Rainmaker.
That's it. It's the beast.
$500.
That's expensive.
Only $44 a month for 12 months. If you look at it that way, it's not expensive.
It's true.
Who is it? DMG or Thunder?
No, damage versus Thunder.
Damage.
Tom?
I think he said Thunder.
I think I said Thunder.
Okay, all right. I like that. Standalone. Next is X Factor versus the Russians.
The Russians.
X Factor. Relationship breakers.
Infamous versus Iron Man.
Infamous.
Infamous.
Okay, Kyle's the lone soldier over there.
fine.
LVL versus Tsunami.
LVL.
Yeah, I'll take LVL also.
Yeah.
Unami.
Carnage versus the MLKs.
You're taking Carnage?
Yeah.
I'll take MLKs.
So it's tough because I haven't really seen Americans play European teams really in a while, right? So they looked really good in Europe. So hopefully that transfers to over here.
Well, they look
Dude,
good
I
because they played against
haven't seen a
themselves.
European person play paintball in 5 years. At least.
Well, good.
Except for Axwell when he bunkered you.
Axwell.
DMG versus AC Diesel.
Diesel.
DMG, baby. Come on, boys.
Let's go streaking, baby. The Saints.
I'm going streaking.
The Saints versus Lucky 15s. This is the last one.
Luckies.
Yeah.
So I got Luckies winning 3 of the 4.
Yeah.
Tom's going streaking, baby.
I'm all in on the Luckies.
Yeah, you are. Wow. Okay.
So that was only 2 games of each, right?
Yeah, I think the Luckies got in there 3 times though.
So we need to do another. We gotta write up another one for next week.
No, we're just gonna keep rolling with this one. We'll just do this prelim thing, and we'll just go based on this, because otherwise we're gonna have to ask everybody over again. So we'll just keep this one right here.
All right.
And we'll just do, because we had 20 last time, we got 20 this time.
We got a few weeks.
I need to get Rainy. No, we're gonna compile more people, so there's better odds of us not losing and having to go streaking. Better odds of Alex having to streak.
I got you.
Yeah.
If by streaking you mean running around in khakis, I'm good with it. But other than that,
Listen.
That's more embarrassing.
running around in khakis.
You have to put cargo shorts on, at least.
That's more embarrassing. Yeah. Booyah. What else do we got? What else you got? What do you got?
We got any rumors, Tom?
I'm the last one to get the rumors.
Tom only knows the facts.
Yeah, no one wants to call me and say, whatever.
We're selling our spot. Dynasty's selling our spot.
Whatever. This ref's taking free guns for prizes. No one ever talks to me about this stuff.
Tom, do you love what you're doing right now?
I do.
I feel that. I get that feeling. I feel like you wouldn't be in this because I feel like a pretty qualified guy, and you could have went and got a job somewhere else for more money by this point.
Yeah, no, who? If you've been in paintball for a long time, who doesn't want to be like the guy helping to shape it, right? So
yeah.
It's not all fun. There's a lot of, I'm going to say there's pressure, right? Maybe self-imposed, but there's a lot of pressure to do good, right?
How often do Bart and Randy come in and they're like, all right, Tom, we're overriding you?
They've never overrided me. So
that's good.
And I give them guys great points. We don't always agree, right, at all. But they really let me do this, right? So they have faith, I hope. Maybe that's why they're doing it. It really is only going to work that way, whether it's me or someone else. You can't, if you're going to have a league that's partially owned by some of the teams, you can't have them making decisions, because every decision can be tracked back to somehow benefiting them.
Right, and that was one of the big issues with, the companies, that used to have people in place running the league, you had Dye or whoever running the league, and that's a huge conflict of interest.
Exactly. And in Dye's defense, I think he took it on the chin a lot. I think he put himself in shitty boost spots to make it so that it didn't look good, but it was always perceived to be that way.
That's the problem.
Yeah, and so, and our guys, we've had a good track record, and I personally think a lot of the pros trust me, that I'm going to try and do the right thing, and if I felt like they were putting pressure on me to do something that was unethical, I would stand up, right, and say no, right? So, and they never have, right? That's what I'm saying. They want this to succeed, and they want to be, be the best team. They don't want to be like, whatever. So they're really good.
Yeah, well, I trust you, Tom, and I know I'm considered widely as the gold standard of pro paintball players.
That's what I'm thinking.
Tom,
go ahead.
If you were gonna retire, move out to Hawaii, hang it up, who would be your honorable mentions, people in paintball that you think would do a good job?
Who would fill your shoes?
Who would fill your shoes?
It
could be one person, or you could do 3.
Jesus, that's a hard one.
Why don't you could do top 3?
Retire to like Africa, Botswana.
I was gonna say it wouldn't be Hawaii for you.
It would
I
be
know that.
Hawaii.
Somewhere with more snakes.
Or maybe Orlando. It could be wherever. Orlando, Los Angeles.
So Damian Ryan's not on the list, in case that's what you were shooting for.
No.
He's not who I would like to see it replaced with. That's a tough one. To be honest with you, Camille would be the perfect fit if she was so inclined to do it. I don't know if she particularly likes the stress that much. So almost any of the guys that are currently running a pro organization could do it. It's the same stuff, right, as running a team. right? So,
well, no, it requires a certain je ne sais quoi, like a certain personality to be able to, have the water roll off your back and be able to, come into each situation fresh and keeping the big picture in the forefront of all times. I know that not all guys that run professional organizations can do that.
That's a good point. And you also, and you got to be able to go to the mat, right? Sometimes, like sometimes you're just out on a limb, right? You got to have your own vision. That's, like I'm willing to go to the mat, right? If I think I want to do something that's the right way, I'm willing to argue to the end of time and just go ahead and kind of try to pull the trigger and lobby a lot of people. So that part of it's hard. And yeah, I will think about my replacement. I'll have it for you for the next call.
Interesting.
Yeah, Camille would be a good choice. I mean, she's been in it forever, and she's seen it, change and morph, and she's, she's had the opportunity to like observe all of that stuff and also be a participant. I mean, in the early days of the 7-man MPPL, she was like super instrumental in making that as great as it was.
I mean, and I've become probably the face, but she does, most of the stuff that I get credit for right on the back end. And Trozen's another one. Trozen's really good. He's really grown into his role and his position with the company, right? So, he by far knows the format and the rules and those type of stuff better than I do, you know what I mean? So, and yeah, I should start grooming someone kind of to take this role, in case something ever happens or whatever, but we're not really there yet, so.
I think you should make Alex do it. I think Alex would be
Kyle,
good.
Or I meant Tom. I was reading a children's book to my daughter the other day, and the book was about what if animals wore people's clothes, and it was like, okay, Porcupine couldn't wear a jacket because the quills would poke through, and it's like funny in that way. And one of the pages was a snake wearing pants, and it's like slithering out. I was like, oh, Tom Cole would like that.
When they think of snake.
Did you see that snake with the legs on it? They put the legs on the snake.
No,
like robot.
They put like a robot legs on a snake, so as it slithered, it would stay. The snake would stay in place, but the legs would move.
It was in like a tube.
Yeah, it was in a tube. That's right. Hey Tom, give us we like to do random facts here and there. Give us some interesting facts. You did mention Botswana or some sort of Namibia or something like that.
No, Orlando.
What is your infatuation with Africa?
It's just wild, right? Like I think I was the one that suggested for you to go to Botswana.
Mm-hmm.
I like animals. I do wildlife photography. For those of you that don't know, poisonous snakes is kind of like my little thing. And Botswana's just wild. Like I go and I spend a couple weeks there, and it kind of helps me. That's the one that is pretty crazy. The strange thing about my job is everybody I know and all of my friends and everyone is involved in paintball. So everything that I do, they're like, oh, by the way, you don't think you can fix this? You don't think you should have better grass in Philly? It's just constant paintball talk. And so it really helps me get away for a couple weeks and kind of like refresh my brain. But Botswana, it's just, you can't get in touch with me.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do.
Right. And the snakes don't complain.
Yep. The lions and snakes don't complain.
Okay. What is an interesting fact about a snake?
What's an interesting fact about a snake? Well, I'll give you an interesting fact. I got bit in Czech. I got bit at the Czech event by a poisonous snake.
Really?
Yeah, spent the day in the hospital. Got the whole thing going, yeah. They only have one poisonous snake in that part of Europe.
And how did you find it?
Oh, I didn't get bit by it.
Yep, the one-eyed trouser snake.
What?
Trouser snake, yeah.
Hang on. So it's what is it, an asp?
Yeah.
I know my snakes, baby.
You go.
What, hold on. How did you find it, and why did you get bitten by it?
Well, I got bit because it was faster than I was. So, yeah, that's the end of that.
Well, there's a good question in there. What's your favorite snake?
Probably a black mamba.
I told you, Ryan.
Yeah. Just like Alex.
That's my wife's favorite.
Ryan.
So I took my wife, which before she was my wife, I took her to Botswana. We went on a trip. And, like, in the first day, I see a black mamba, like, trying to climb up a tree. So I, like, make her go. I don't tell her what it is. And I said, you need to go to that side and, like, block it for coming out back down the tree. And she's like, okay. And then I'm over there taking a picture of it. And she's like, what was it? I was like, that's a black mamba. Yeah, it's pretty.
I mean, those are like the world's most dangerous snake, right?
They are, yeah. And it's pretty scary dealing with them. They're really long and they're really fast, so.
And they're aggressive, right?
And they're aggressive, yeah.
Where do you find that one?
In Southern Africa, Botswana.
Yeah, any bar that Alex Frage's at after he's had a couple of cocktails.
I saw Black Mama at Moondoggies in San Diego before.
Yeah.
I was down there. I was talking to this girl. I thought I had it in the bag, and then Black Mamba came right up behind me and ruined the whole thing.
They got you.
Right, Ryan? Ryan came in and he said, if I'm not getting laid, nobody is. And that's the story of the Black Mamba.
Yeah.
That's a good system.
Yeah.
Wait, so what is the world's most venomous snake?
So, all right, so someone put the time. All right, so the Australian snakes are the most poisonous, but they're typically what they call a rear fang snake. So they don't have like your typical picture of like a rattlesnake with the big fangs.
Uh-huh.
So it's harder for them to bite you and like commit damage. Stuff like a rattlesnake and stuff, they have a hinged syringe-like teeth, so they're pretty bad. So the worst is the Gabon viper, in my opinion. So,
yeah, those
is
have
that from Gabon?
They have Gabon,
Africa.
the Gabon pit viper, and they have the longest fangs in the world.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So the Australians always get mad because their snakes are very poisonous, but they're not as good at delivering the venom as
Uh-huh.
Do you have any pet snakes?
No, sir.
You need to. I know we talk about this all the time.
I know you tell it.
Yeah. You don't have any snakes because you're always on the road? And
yeah.
You got to feed
I
them?
spent 6 days home in August and September or something, right? Yeah.
Do you think snakes, like say there's a pet snake, do you think it develops a relationship with its person?
No,
they say that it doesn't.
No.
Yeah, no, I don't think it does.
Which is crazy why people have pet snakes, because it's strange to me why people have any kind of pet that is incapable of reciprocating the love and affection that you give to it. You know? It's like, they don't care. They just see you as like a food. Either they want to kill you, which is another reason why you don't want to have a pet snake. It's like having a pet, I don't know, whatever else wants to kill you.
Chimpanzee.
You know, anything. Yeah, chimpanzee, face ripper monkey. You need to go hang out.
Or like having a wife, she'll want to kill you.
Yeah, exactly. You should go with David Weathers. You need to go hang out with David Weathers. Just go down to his place after World Cup for a day. He's got like 100 cobras.
Okay, disclaimer, don't listen to anything on the Spick and Span show. Don't take any advice. And also, we're indemnifying ourselves completely for anything that you may do that we recommend.
Yeah. Also, can you guys go ahead and grab a soundbite about what Alex just said about his wife, and then go ahead and send it to me? I'm going to need that for just a little later.
I didn't say it about my wife.
Yeah.
But she could see it differently.
Makes a good point. I give Ross a shout out. I used venom and poisonous the same, and yes, it's not the same.
Oh, say that again?
So venomous and poisonous is not the same. Poisonous would be something you eat. Venomous is something you get popped with. So.
Really? I didn't know that.
Ah.
There we go.
The Spick and Span show where you come to learn.
You have a venomous snake and a poisonous pill.
Got it. Nice. Look at that, guys. We're learning. We are learning here. Okay. Yeah. So David Weathers has been bit by, I think, 3 different snakes: a cobra, a rattlesnake, and then some sort of South American rattlesnake kind of thing. It was like in the rattlesnake family.
You should roll it back, Tom. They had David Weathers on the Spick and Span show. He's great.
Yeah, I should go see that. Yeah.
He actually, like, with his iPhone in his hand, had a cobra also in the other hand simultaneously.
Yeah, that's I just try and take pictures of them. Sometimes you gotta grab them to get a good picture, but yeah.
Or throw your wife next to him.
So yeah, or use your wife as bait. Yeah.
She's not here for her look. She's here because she's good bait.
Tom showed me a picture of he's like, check this picture of this cobra that I took, and it was like super muddy, like in the muddiest, what would I would consider very slippery conditions, and it's really close up. And I'm like, how'd you get that picture? He's like, yeah, it'll lay in the mud next to it. And I go, weren't you worried about it coming to get you? He's like, no, I know what they're doing. I'm pretty quick. I go, how about in that slippery mud? And he's like, huh, I didn't think about that actually.
You get caught up in the moment, right? You chasing it. You want to get the good picture. You're not really thinking about it, right?
I just put it all together. Alex, Ryan just gave you a tip there. If you want Tom to start messaging you back, you got to start talking snakes with him.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, I'm gonna start messaging you stuff about snakes. And then
That's how it worked with HK. I couldn't get a reply back on any of the products when I'm like, hey, what about this? What about that? And then all of a sudden I go, hey, how's your Airbnb doing? And then I get immediately a message back.
Most people just hit me with like a yo, like to see them around before they hit me with the hard questions.
My
You
favorite.
went straight for the hard questions.
My
Alex.
favorite is when someone asks you, can I ask you a question? And then I said, yeah, I only give out one question a day though, and you just used it.
Yeah.
I only answer one question a day. Well, that's pretty funny. That's good. Those are some. I never knew that poisonous versus venomous.
Did you guys all see that video that just came out of that bear attacking that climber and he dodged it?
dude,
You didn't
crazy.
see that?
Dude, that is yeah.
He dodged to the bear while he was climbing. Wow.
Can't believe you see all the videos. Can't believe you.
I know. I did not see that one. I did see the one where the guy was hiking and then he had a gun and somehow he decided he wanted to film while he was shooting the mountain lion.
Oh yeah, that one was wild.
I feel like you want to have two hands on the gun.
Wait, was he trying to shoot the mountain lion or was he trying to shoot the ground?
He could have been a
looked like he
bad
was-
shot. I mean, I think you're trying to shoot the mountain lion.
He looked like he was trying to shoot the mountain lion, but he did miss every time, so I couldn't tell either.
Yeah, or
I
the
saw-
bullet went through it. I'm not totally sure. Like, it seems like as it comes at you, the last thing you want to do is hope that you scare it rather than hope that you shoot it. Just seems like a very, very, very strange strategy. Oh, see you, bear.
Oh, it comes back.
Oh my God! Holy shit! Yeah, we need. Have you guys all seen that? We should pull that one up. That's a good one.
I haven't seen it.
Hold on, I'm gonna bring it up right now.
Are we allowed to do that?
Yeah, why not? It's on YouTube.
Okay.
What do I type in?
Mountain climber escapes bear. Or bear attacks
Yep, got
climber.
Bear mountain climber.
Weird.
video.
On my computer, it's called Ryan's a Biatch.
Is this non-stop with you two?
Dude, this is just all he does.
Hit
Is he
the
just the same?
mute.
I'm going to. Where's the mute button? I'm not.
The
I
volume
think
button.
you started it, Ryan.
How did
You
I
did.
start it? What do you
By
mean
getting
you did?
Botox and trying to make yourself look better than me.
Oh yeah, never mind. Alex started it. Never mind. You're right, Ryan.
Yeah, thank you. I that's what I
Never
thought.
mind. You're right.
That's what I thought. All right, we're gonna put this thing over here. Here's my ads. As you guys can see, I get Athletic Greens ads, not male enhancement pills like Alex's YouTube shows him. Whoa! Tom, are you watching this?
I am.
Oh my God! Why is that bear so angry?
Dude, it's like Obi-Wan. He had the high ground.
I like this guy who puts copyright.
Don't try it,
2022.
Anakin.
It's over, Anakin. That's great. Dude, that bear's gonna come around the back door.
Yeah.
He's
Tequila!
waiting at the top. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
dude, there must be a cub up there.
It's a nice like side swifting
Oh yeah,
he
the
did.
bear started on top. Like the bear was like seemed like a bug.
Yeah, he dodged it.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, there's a cub right there. You see it?
I don't know if that was a
No.
cub.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Look to his right there.
Oh yeah, I see it. I see
Yeah,
it. You're right.
there's a bear cub right here. That
Oh
bears.
yeah.
Bears don't just attack you for no reason. They're either
Wow,
trying-
I didn't know the cub was right there.
Yeah, maybe Alex, if you spent a little bit of time outside of the office or outside of just in the wilderness, you would understand these types of things. And that is bears don't often attack just for unprovoked reasons. Is that correct, Tom?
Yeah, I'll see you there. I'll see you there, pal. I'll see Tom in the jungles of Botswana looking for his snakes too.
Yeah, black bears usually don't attack for no reason. Bears a little bit more. Brown bears and polar bears are a little more attacky.
Yeah. a little
Just
more technical.
bring me an extra backpacker meal.
Do you know why grizzly bears are called grizzly bears?
Because they have that little bit of color on their back. They actually have
That's correct.
a big hump on their back.
Alex, what would your answer be?
My answer would have been whatever Ryan's about to tell you is something that he made up.
Yeah. Thank you, Tom, for keeping things
Wait,
professional.
what was the actual reason?
It's the
They have
spring.
a grizzled color on their back, and they have a hump. I mean, to tell the difference between a brown bear and a grizzly bear has a hump that you can see, whereas the brown bears is kind of hidden.
And they have gray. The grizzly, I believe, means gray streaks.
They're really the same bear. They just live in different parts of the country.
I thought a brown bear and a
Huh.
grizzly are right around the same.
You're right. The word grizzle, I never knew this. The word grizzle means having or streaked with gray hair.
Thank you. Say, Ryan, I apologize
grizzled,
for everything that I've ever said to you.
You're grizzled.
Tom, you know the deadliest snake in Orlando? Commonly, I guess you could say.
The one that's the most common, the one that's going to bite people, is the pygmy rattler.
Interesting.
Water moccasin?
Yeah, cottonmouth snake, water moccasin.
Pygmy rattlers probably bite more people in Florida than anything else because they're small.
Deadliest animals in Florida: brown recluse, bull shark, water,
Guy's named Jeff.
American alligator, wild boar, and the Florida panther.
Yeah, I'm not buying any of that.
Where are the
There's
Florida
like 6
Panthers?
Florida Panthers left, and so I doubt they're seriously
Those are in
killing
North
them.
Carolina.
I would have said it's like a mosquito or something.
Yeah.
No, that's in Africa, Alex.
New Orleans.
What's it? I thought Florida was the same as Africa.
Kind of the same.
All right. Shout out to all you guys in Florida.
Listen, if it's between Texas and Florida, I'm going to Florida.
Texas and Florida?
Tom said earlier that Texas was the place to do the paintball tournaments.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think about Vegas?
Yeah, I'm into Vegas for sure.
How about Arizona?
What's your favorite part? What's your favorite thing about Vegas, Alex?
My favorite thing about Vegas, hanging out with you and at the craps table.
There we go. Good.
Changing 100.
Changing
And
100.
Frank, too.
That was a great answer.
And Frank.
Could have gone anywhere.
Gotta love gambling with Frank.
Frank Connell.
Oh yeah.
Frank Connell?
It was funny how I knew, like, we were gambling. We were talking about Frank Connell. Yeah.
Dude, one time I walked into the casino, I think it was in Vegas, and I just hear, like, I literally walked in the door and I hear someone yelling, "What the fuck was that? What the fuck?" And I go down and it's Frank screaming at the craps table with all the pit bosses around him, and, like, I guess someone had picked up the dice or something and he was hot and they were trying to cool him off and he had his own connection. It was amazing.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Yeah, imagine
They're
Frank.
trying to cool me.
Yeah. They're like, we need to change the dice out.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
How many
He's the man.
vendors?
You guys need to do, like, a Dynasty reunion at some point in time. Get them all together.
So
That would be good.
we keep talking about doing that, and we're gonna have to probably push it till next year because we're gonna try to do we've been doing we just did a big game out in Chicago for the Clowns versus Zombies, and we want to do one. It would be cool to do one of your events, a 10-man for your event, maybe put in 2 teams or something like that. But we were talking about doing a Dynasty reunion as like a big game in Southern California somewhere, or possibly at Capitol Edge, and getting as many of the older Dynasty guys as possible to come up to the event and doing it kind of simultaneously with our Champions Club members. But we've talked about doing a Dynasty reunion game for sure. We just have to figure out where it is. Rodney's son's playing now a lot.
Yeah, I know.
He says he's gonna be the next big thing.
Dude, Adam Gardner's son, too, Jude.
Yeah.
We should do that
He
reunion.
he played great in,
like
in
Cabo or
Chicago.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah, Kyle said he won't play any big games or anything in the woods, but if we have a reunion in Cabo, he'll come.
Who said that, Mouse?
Kyle.
Or Cancun works.
So we'll have an ICPL in Cancun next year, so.
Oh, really?
Oh, I'm there.
Dude, Ryan, we should get the Iron Kids together for that one.
Okay.
Cancun.
Should we call ourselves the Grizzle Kids?
The
How many,
Grizzlies.
how many Iron Kids are not Dynasty people?
Wit.
Well,
Sun
yeah, I guess
ID.
that's it.
Sun ID.
I mean, currently, I think most of the Iron Kids came through through Dynasty at some point, other than Wit.
E-Rob.
Yeah, E-Rob.
Davey. Oh, Davey was on the team.
Yeah.
Maddie. Was Maddie an Iron Kid?
No.
Okay. E-Rob, Sun ID, Wit, Mike Fontaine,
Kevin Jones.
Kevin Jones. Kevin Jones wasn't on the team.
He did play with us in Fresno one time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We won.
Nice.
We won.
Yeah.
We won.
All right. Well, Tom, you did great. I know this was a tough one for you.
Dude, bravo for Tom.
Yeah, bravo
it.
for Tom, dude. Air horn for Tom. For one of the good guys. We appreciate you. Everybody I talk to, if anybody ever has a gripe about you or they're never sure, I always say, nope, Tom's a good guy.
Yeah, hey, listen, if anyone gives you shit, dude, just have them come talk to me. I'll straighten them out.
Yeah, send them over to the Dynasty booth and tell them they get 10% off.
I'll send it over.
To say if they have a problem with you, they get 10% off and they get to talk to Alex for an hour.
Yeah,
We'll sort it out for you.
We'll sort it out.
I'm here for you.
All right, Tom. I appreciate it, and
guys.
I'll see you in a couple weeks, and I'll tell you not to do anything too stupid in Africa.
Is everybody on this call coming to World Cup? Alex, you're coming to World Cup.
Everybody on this call?
Oh, yeah.
You mean the the 3 guys on Dynasty and you?
Well, Alex hadn't really said anything about World Cup, so I didn't know.
Dude, of course I'll be there, bro. I'm coming in guns blazing.
Yeah.
Maybe Mr.
Ryan, I might be there.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
So you guys, you realize Archie skipped a practice like Tom Brady skipped a practice, for some shit. So,
dude, we don't give our guys shit for missing practice, bro.
Not anymore.
Archie can miss all the practices he wants. That guy floats around on the cloud out there.
Dude, he went to the desert for 10 days and came back and didn't even have like a crispy chunk missing out of his lip.
Yeah.
I just got told I was not Roger Goodell.
I think that's.
Dude, you're way better than him.
Yeah, you're way better than him. I fly
makes
through the Las
more
Vegas
money,
airport
though, I
and my
think.
face turns into a raisin.
All right, guys. Well, thank you very much.
All right, thanks, Tom. I appreciate it. Good work.
All right, guys.
All right, talk to you.
See you soon.
See you soon. So, Al.
Dude, let's hear it for Tom, man.
Dude.
Come on.
Yeah, that was a great one. That was really
One
good.
of the good guys.
And stories, dude. That's pretty cool. Like you think about when you look at somebody, you're like, oh, look at that guy. He's just kind of cruising around, not doing much, and then now next thing you know, he's out in Botswana, like chasing down black mamba snakes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everyone's got an interesting story. I wonder what his nostalgic relationship with that is. That is a strange hobby to have.
Yeah.
I wonder if when he was a kid, he was like, looking for poisonous snakes with his dad.
I didn't know he got bit by a snake. Yeah,
that's wild.
Yeah, Nick Laval got bit by a snake.
Oh yeah, a rattler.
That's scary.
Dude, that guy's wild. He's back out in the jungle.
A couple weeks later. Yeah, and they what was it? I go to the zoo every like twice a month, and Sloan she's like her favorite thing are the snakes, and so I walked around the snake exhibit. One of the reasons I know a couple of things about snakes now. And those things, the heads on those rattlesnakes are huge.
Oh yeah.
Here, huge. So, yeah, that's I don't know why you'd like that. Shout out to Wolf. Wolf's Den's in the house.
Dude, Wolf, what up?
Alex, you missed it.
Was he at Clowns?
Oh yeah, dude, I've got a sick picture of him and I. Like, I'm behind like this Connex box, and I'm like playing super tight like this, and there's Wolf standing behind me with this gigantic box damn thing. Legs big, and like he's got his iPhone on like a little crux mount like to the side, so his setup is like this big, and he's just standing over the top of me, full auto blasting everywhere.
Dude, I wouldn't even be able to lift that gun for more than 2 seconds. Hey, Ryan, one of the coolest pictures I've ever seen was that one of you in the van, just you, and there's like 20 guys on the other side.
Yeah,
that's so cool, bro.
I've got a picture like that from Camp Pendleton on a downed helicopter also.
Dude, that's legendary.
That was a cool one. That was at the big. That was the final battle.
If those guys, people don't understand in a big game like that. All they have to do is like, if they all go and commit, you're just overwhelmed.
For sure.
But then the problem is when you lead the charge, everyone's like, all right, we're gonna charge, and then like they take 2 steps and then start shooting, and then they backpedal, and only one guy charges out and gets obliterated. Story of my life, dude. Anyway.
Hey, you want to hear a fun fact that I saw?
Yeah.
Scientists don't really actually know how Tylenol works. Like, they don't know how it works, how it has that effect.
Huh? What's the effect?
Like pain relief.
Okay, interesting.
You would think they would, right?
Yeah. How they find it?
I don't know.
All right.
Or
look at this one, Al.
why your hair gets a static charge when you rub a balloon on it.
I don't get that.
It's currently
Yeah, it's pretty dope. Also, the other one's cooler though.
The other one's
currently
way cooler.
unsolved.
Whoops.
Acetopamine, yes.
Acetaminophen. 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 All right, Al, what do you got to give a giveaway?
Okay, so these headbands right here, they are the Night Sky Batik Stamp headbands. We're going to be
What
selling those on
The butt cheek
Friday.
stamps?
Did you say butt cheek stamp?
Butt cheek
Butt
stamp?
cheek stamps, yes, butt cheek stamps. and so, oh no, actually they're called the Northern Lights series. Sorry about that. And these ones are going to be released on Friday between 5 and 6 on our site. But I have 2 to give away right here, along with 2 Hormesis beanies and 2 Hormesis hats. So you can give those away however you like. And I am going to go home now because I'm already late. Oh, look, it's Yosh.
Hey, Yosh. Where is he?
What's up?
Hey!
How's it going, guys?
Dude, twice in one day.
Dude, here we are.
Here we are.
I can only see you guys' shoulders.
Oh. How about now?
Yeah,
There we go.
You got to look at the computer screen.
Got it.
We're giving away butt cheek stamps.
Dude, I gotta sign up.
Better sign up. Al, I wanted to show you this today. Check it out. The triple XL jack thing that you gave me the other week. I had it.
Yeah.
I had it slimmed down to fit my medium body. Does that collar look a little better now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got this. Now I'm high fashion.
Dude, butt cheek stamps.
Butt cheek stamps.
Yeah, you look like a lord, bro.
Dude, I am. I feel like one. The Hormesis Lord. I played in that JT shirt with another, like that JT butt cheek stamp one that you gave me, the green one, and everybody loved it. It was sick.
Yeah, those are cool. I'm
Yeah.
feeling those. I think JT too has some headbands coming out soon that we made for them. So keep your ear to the ground for those.
And isn't Oliver in town?
I did see him last week, so yeah, he is stateside. So keep your eyes out for him. Supposedly he's on a vision quest right now, but
Yeah, 10 days. I don't know how you go on a 10-day vision step. And yes, Yantosh, I still have the sandals that you gave me a year ago, still sitting in the bag that you handed them to me in. What do you say? I need to say, oh yeah. They're too big for me, and I don't know what you're supposed to do with sandals that are too big for you. Except for
We got Robbie Pettinelli in the house?
Where at? Oh, what up?
dude, Robbie, what up, dog?
Spick, are you reading this?
Yeah.
Shout out to Robbie. Hell yeah, dude.
Dude, miss you, bro.
Let me
forever.
open up the wheel here. And
All right, I gotta dip out. Love you guys.
All right.
all right, dude. Thanks for the donations. I'll
Good
let you
show.
know.
Good show.
Good show. Good show. Good show. Hell of a show.
Hell of a show.
Hell of a show,
See ya.
man. All right, watch out for snakes. You
I'll
goddamn
be out of my
snake.
bed waiting.
Got his ass. Finally. All right. Well, shout out to Alex Frady. Thank you for coming on. Also, Tom Cole. That was an awesome guest to have. Shout out to Robbie Pettinelli, who's somewhere in here. We're going to do a couple of... Let me grab those last... let me get Austin up on here. And I think there was another guest that just joined as well. Put you guys on the list. I'm going to do... So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Hormesis items, and I think we've got another couple things from us. Plus, we've got a Matrix gear giveaway. We'll do 250 spots and a $100 spot.
Boom.
Boom, boom, from Matrix. Also, we got some Gen X gear. Dig in that bottom box and see what else we got from Gen X. No, it's the top box.
Yeah, it was the same stuff as the other time. We just more of it.
Oh yeah, let's give some water bottles away or something. So we got some Gen X stuff as well. Shout out to Gen X Global for supporting the store.
Water bottles.
I don't know why I said store. Short. Show.
Those XO shirts.
That's what happens. Like hot, getting hot. Yeah, let's do a shirt in a pod. Can we
Alright.
can we stuff a shirt into a pod?
I could try.
Let's try it. So yeah, everybody uses Gen X Global pods. If you got an event coming up, maybe World Cup, maybe the WCPPL finals. I know that Matrix Gear is going to be selling these pods out at the event. WCPPL, we'll see you guys there this weekend. Any teams looking for a coach? Kyle, I think you got some spots.
Any D4, D5?
Don't ask me, my capacity. I can't even say it.
Got some availability.
Yeah, hit up Spicky. And yeah, so let's do this. We're gonna give away we got some mega stuff, so I'm gonna give the $100 giveaway to the mega member. I'll give one Gen X item to a mega member. I'll give both bands to the megas. Yeah, and then everything else is on the table for everybody. Okay, Ryan, yeah, you know what? I will put the shark. You're right. So Ryan sent me the shark. They're in here somewhere. Sandals, slippers. And you're right. I'm going to give those away because they're just too big for me. They're pretty funny. If you have a kid, they will love them. That is a guarantee. So they're pretty funny sandals. Actually, maybe I'll give them away next week because I do want to show them off. They're like in one of these boxes right here. All right, I'll find them. I'm going to give away, you know what? These are a re-gift. I've had these for 1 year unused. I slid my stinky feet into them for one time. These are from Kevin Yantosh. I do appreciate, Kevin, the thought of getting me to wear Crocs. But these ones were just too big. And I don't know where you return Crocs. I think like a Walmart or something like that. But I don't know. No, they're not 13s. These are Light Ride Crocs. Anyway, killer color too, seafoam green. Very, very thoughtful there. I appreciate that. And I have held on to them, so you got that thing in here?
Barely.
Nice. Okay, we got 2 pods going out too. So, first winner, let's go with the Gen X pod going to GOFFKN17. Again, if you are a member of the show, make sure that I have your address so I can ship something to you. I'll bring it back up here. So this is for the all members right here. Where is the third display capture? Right here. Booyah. Right now let's go for a Hormesis beanie. How about that? It's cooling down. Temperatures are dropping. Everybody's loves Dilf's podcast and our podcast. We are a podcast too. I believe we're on Apple.
Everyone loves Dilfs.
Yeah. I know for a fact you've never won Dilf, so make sure I have your address so I can send you a Hormesis beanie. Let's go. What is a Dilf? Just his name is Dilf?
Dad. It's like MILF.
Oh.
Dad.
Yeah, everybody loves. Okay, I gotcha. And then followed by Timothy Bangs. Great names. All right, you just won. You just won a Hormesis beanie. Still running?
What? Yeah.
All right. Okay, this one is going to be for a Hormesis hat. Going out to T Swifty. Hell yeah, T. All right, next up, 2 $50 gift cards, courtesy of Matrix Gear Paintball, followed by some mega support status giveaways. Good work, Kyle, getting these pods in here.
That's pretty tough.
Yep. Cali Mike, $50. Also, you want to talk about the Instagram page?
Oh yeah, so we got an Instagram page now. Make it a little bit easier for us and for you guys. If we don't have your address or your new member, go ahead and just send that over. Send the message to our Instagram page that we just created. It is. Let me get it here for you. SPICKNSPAN.show on Instagram. Head over there, give a follow. There's the handle.
At SPICKNSPAN.show.
Yep, and then go ahead and send your addresses over there. And what else? I think there was something else.
Yeah, just send us your addresses there. And then also James from Island Designs. Ooh, the computer does not like...
The wheel?
Does not like Chrome.
Oh.
I put it on Chrome and we started glitching a little bit. So James from Island Designs has been shipping out everybody's Mega Support Status membership gift. So you should be receiving those here shortly. And yeah, we appreciate all you guys' support.
Wait.
What happened?
Are we about to...
Hold on. I'm trying to get it over to the... Oh. This is for Hormesis headband.
Oh, okay.
For Mega Support
There we
Status
go.
members. Hey! I know you're in here. Brandon O.
Boom.
All right, and we got some more Mega Support Status gifts. This will be for a Hormesis hat. And then we got $100 coming to somebody. Make sure I have your
Sheesh.
email addresses also. Oh yeah, we're going big. We're going big. Chickbot. Chickbot. Okay. Mega Support Status members. We also have some cool gifts that are coming up to you soon. On top of these items, Bobby Kramer. All right, Bobby Kramer. Gonna give you $100 courtesy of Matrix Gear. They're gonna be out there this weekend at the WCPPL event to fulfill all of your buying needs.
Whoa. Yeah, I don't know if we...
Yeah, let's pump that. We might have a little bit of... Oh! You just won a Gen X pod. Brandon coming in twice.
Wow. Look at that.
Okay, final prize. Final prize of the evening. Right here. Let's fucking go, right, Brandon? This one is going to Mr. Blake Nelson. Blake, do you guys know what Blake just won? Anybody know? There's one item I didn't give away yet. Anybody know? It was the other Hormesis headband.
Oh.
Yeah.
Look at that. Boom.
All right. Yeah.
So, should we wrap it up with some allegedly, some rumors?
Let's give everybody a little rumors. This is a great show.
Yeah,
this was a really good show. And why not wrap it up with
what everyone loves the best?
Yeah, with whatever let's hit them.
And it's great. So, I mean, it's not super juicy, but, you know, we started this year off with Latin Saints rumors, so why not start to wrap it up?
Yep, I like
with more Latin Saints rumors. So, supposedly, there's been
I heard the word is allegedly.
Allegedly, there's been a big swap of players.
Exodus.
They're bringing in now CP players. And the guys that I coach, I believe most of them, which is the TJ Bastards that are playing Premier, I believe most of them are leaving the team. And so there's like going to be, I don't know, 5, 6, 7
vacated spots?
Yeah. Well, or switch. So I'm not really totally sure exactly what's going on there, but
yeah, I heard the same thing, right? So we had talked about actually what is also, I don't want to call it strange, but kind of unfortunate, but also fortunate for those TJ Bastard guys and everybody who played on the Latin Saints. So apparently you don't get pro points if you finish dead last. So their status hasn't really been affected. I thought that after you played 2 pro events, you're now kind of like ranked pro. You get like a pro badge. But if you finish last place, then it actually does not affect your APPA ranking or PBL ranking much. Like if you look at Latin Saints players, their ranking, the points you get for finishing dead last is like a nominal amount that doesn't even really affect your score whatsoever. I had thought that they were ruining and they were throwing away their careers because you don't want to finish like dead last and get relegated, and then you're now ranked pro, and it's gonna be hard for you to get a gig on another team.
Oh yes, and I knew I was forgetting that also too. So Benjamin Nelson just wrote Greg Montalvo isn't playing with the Saints either.
Yeah,
who left ML Kings to go to Latin Saints.
Did he leave the ML Kings?
Yes.
Did he leave or was he asked to leave?
I think it was his choice.
I like this guy. I don't know him, but I do like his tenacity and his ability. He wants to be like someone that creates content in the industry because
and teaching.
I believe that he created his own press release saying that he was going to part ways with, like...
MO Kings?
Yeah. And then I believe he also just put, maybe more than likely, created his own press release saying that he is not going to be playing with them. Did he say, Benjamin, did he say who he was going to play with?
I think he is Michael Cruz. He has a YouTube channel, I believe.
Okay, well, there we go. Let's go. Well, support him. Let's,
I guess we'll have to see.
see the how to play paintball guy.
Yeah, we'll see. Have to.
How to play paintball.
Maybe next week we can find out who he's going to play with.
Yeah, and if you guys want to learn how to play paintball, take it from me and Kyle and Tyler and Nick Sloviak and Nick Laval, Justin Rabikoff, Marcelo Margot, and everybody else who's part of the BKI crew. And if you don't find out what you need to know there, then you guys can go to Let's Learn How to Play Paintball. But I recommend BKI. You also get a discount if you click the link down below. I think Spick and Span gets 50% off your first membership. Wow. But I promise you that the BKI, I can say this objectively, that the BKI library is probably your best bet if you guys want to do online paintball training. Objectively, that is the move. If you've seen any of Tyler's videos, you will know immediately. Rusty's masterclasses, all the videos that you guys have at your disposal. Not to mention, I think that we're like up to like 10 or more current ranked rostered pro players that play in the NXL League, one of whom is on Dynasty right now, who have used the BKI library to get where they are at right now. So
look at that.
Yeah, if you can't, that's not a plug. I don't know what is, right? And then if that doesn't work out for you, then go check out Greg's channel. Because I do appreciate that he's creating content, and I'm not gonna knock it. I'm just saying that. Yeah, I know that we got good content too.
And if you're local, hit us up.
Yeah,
come to your field.
Come to your field.
Or
even if we're not even local.
Zoom calls.
Zoom calls. We break down layouts. That's another thing. Once the layout drops, we will be available for your teams to do Zoom calls. Ruthless Factory at Cup. There we go. There it is. Greg is playing for Ruthless Factory at Cup. There we go. Good for him. Right. Here we go. I'll take it. I'll take it. Shout out to Verbal and everybody else out there. We appreciate all your support. Great work, Tom Cole. Guys, if you see a snake, a wiggly stick as they call them, don't touch it. Just walk casually the other direction. And I guess we'll see you. See you in about 7 days. Just a little less than 7 days. We'll see you guys.
6.5.
Yeah, 6 and like 5/6 or something like that. Yeah. Days.
Math seems right.
That sounds right. That sounds good to me. How do I commercial?
Did you
We got a ton of great announcements, a huge show, and all the news and all the stuff that's going on. Possibly, allegedly. We are ripping right now. Get some sick giveaways. Yeah, did you hear that GI might be buying Planet Eclipse?
I feel like I might have heard that.
Yeah.
I think it's a rumor?
I don't know.
We'll have to see.
Yeah, I guess so. All right. Hope you guys stayed around for that little nug. See you guys next week.